And then we see how the world is in such a difficult state. And then ask yourself, what does it matter? Because right now all around you are satanic arrows aimed at you, aimed, just firing off, but they see a shield around certain insan, certain people. And that shield is their muhabbat and their love for the shaykhs, which are the reflections of a Muhammadan light. That your nazar upon them, your support for them, your love for them, your participation with them provides you and entitles to you a protection, right? You say you love Madina, Madani, 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 okay. When Allah send you Madani, then you're supposed to be following. Ati Allah, ati Rasul, ulul amri minkum. When you followed them, you understood all their teachings, all their realities, they are reflections and flowers from that garden. If for any reason that garden and that flower hit you with a thorn, can you cut that flower? That's a Gul Muhammadi. I'm telling you from my own experience the level of thorns in that garden. You cannot. You can't imagine the types of testing that come in our lives. But this flower is not touchable and they're filled with thorns. The virtue of this rose is the fact that it has so many thorns while trying to approach it. So don't think approaching a shaykh and accompanying a shaykh and being in the khanaqah, the zawiyah, now that zawiyah is virtual. Don't think living in your living room you're on your own. As soon as you opened up this image, that zawiyah now is a part of your home. Your home is a part of that zawiyah. You're part of this whole understanding and you're asking to enter into these gardens of roses, but these roses have many thorns. And how we traverse the thorns will determine if we ever reach to the rose, in which we reach to the rose and it begins to give us the fragrance and the love and the ishq of Sayyidina Muhammad. Means that if you coat the shaykh's heart and your actions through testing and through all the difficulties that put upon you in every aspect of your life, you pass them, you pass them, you pass them. What happens when you enter near now the presence of the rose? The fragrance, because this world of ours of malakut is a world of light, and the reality of that world of light is sense. The angelic reality of entering into their presence, we said before, is the sense of smell. When they want to make a du'a, the ishq and the love that they have in their heart, when difficulty comes like a fire, their du'a is just their sadness, like a oil from their rose droops upon that coal and immediately goes into Allah's presence. And the angels take that fragrance to Allah, and by virtue of the fragrance Allah knows the calibre of that du'a. Because that's one of the roses that been squeezed a lot, been perfected a lot, been put through many hardships. It has a quality of rose, a quality of fragrance, and by the uniqueness of that scent is how quickly it's rising to Allah, what it means to Allah, and how quickly that rose its response will be given. Means then this is a way of qurb and qurban and dearness and nearness to Allah. To be qurb and to be dear and loved by Allah means that they traversed the thorns, they went through every difficulty, they stayed upright, they kept their love, kept their love. They didn't get plucked and then hit the flower and then you would have destroyed your relationship with the rose. Now hit here can be your words, your actions, your character. Somebody emailed asking 20 questions, mostly big from the ego kind of questions. They sent a reply, "Welcome to Sufi Meditation Center and here are some links, and here's something about meditation." Reply back in capital letters. And when you deal with a shaykh, you don't even have to say anything, they feel the energy of what you were typing when you were typing it, what sarcasm you had, what anger you have, what your emotions were. They type something back, "Seriously?" What do you think that sends now as a signal to the shaykh? That you're crazy. You didn't like the 2 emails they sent. Instead of being patient thinking, what's the wisdom of this shaykh sending these replies? It's not what you get as an answer from what you asked and what you want to hear, it's what you need to hear. That you're not asking from who your character is. Based on that reply you got another email talking about your anger and pride. So this must be sent for somebody else. I actually have absolutely no pride. That answer, I'll send you 2 more emails from that. But can you see the interaction? There's no names being mentioned here. This is the beauty of like a medical school, we're going to go through case by case. This illness is very apparent. Whatever energy you're using, and don't say, I'm not going to email him because then you stay sick. But whatever you're doing, and when Allah opens an opportunity in this virtual khanaqah for you to interact with the shaykh, because Allah wants you to reach something. If you're not being tested, how are you going to reach anywhere? As soon as you make the zikr, as soon as you have the association, as soon as you play it in your home and you're listening to his teaching, of course your home is now a testing facility. Everything in your home is a testing for you, every interaction now with the shaykh is a testing for you. And how you respond and how you interact, you should have very strong muhasabah and contemplate, what am I about to reply? Best I reply nothing other than, thank you very much, because there must be a reason for that reply. However random it appears, because it's not what you want to hear. This is not a nafsani school, I want to know the entire secret of the universe, please conduct a subject on this matter. Samina wa ata'na, okay we're listening to you now. Really? It's not going to happen like that. You reply whatever you want, you write whatever you want, you're going to get the reply that they want you to hear. This ship is on a course. What they discussed, they discussed. It was appropriate for that time, for that reality. From their teachings on this subject that we've taught, is there a way that we could go deeper into that? That's a maybe. But it's not about nafsani and you just throw out whatever you want and we'll talk about this and let's talk about that. But the main thing is that however you interact with them, it's not what you want to hear, it's what you need to hear. Whatever comes back to you, if you're sharp to find out now your disease. It's a very known process. It's exactly like med school. You go as a doctor, you're wondering how this doctor knew the patient had this sickness. Because you're trained all your life, and that physical doctor, he has no understanding of your internal. Physical medicine looks only for external signs and rarely they have an understanding of internal realities. But spiritual medicine, they have an understanding of your internal signs and they see what's being exhibited on the outside. So it means then you'll be tested in this way. This test and this way is based on love and muhabbat. Anyone whom thinks they've entered into the love of Sayyidina Muhammad but instantly becomes angered by the shaykh and enters into disbelief, that they go from muhabbat and love of the shaykh to being munafiq and coming against the shaykh. And that nothing been done to you. Imagine those students whom they have been abused by their shaykh and they said nothing. Nothing been done to you, you move from love to hypocrisy. Then you multiply your hypocrisy by posting against the shaykh. Now you've showed the world your sickness. So it means this is it's not a unknown world we live, it's not a hocus pocus, it's a very exact science. They know what muhabbat is, everyone knows what love is. They know that when you're going to be tested, and we even gave the examples of nafs al-lawama right above shawarma. Lawama, the devil plays with you, injects into you from his character, begin to inspire within you that you are a bigger knower than him. If you were the shaykh, your character would be better than him. Let me have an opportunity to show myself so that I can go out and teach and show how I'm better than him. These are the known, these are all the shuyukh published these levels of the nafs, they know that. So it means for them these are textbook medical understanding, spiritual sicknesses. As soon as the students exhibit this spiritual sickness, then it's known that what's happening with them, a shaitan has attached themselves to that individual. And their practices are not strong in which to repel the satanic force, because they probably thought they were so good that they don't have to read Dalal al-Khairat, that they don't have to do their salawats, they don't have to make their daily awrad. There's some dysfunction in what you're doing that a shaitan is able to attach himself to you, and as a result of attaching himself to you he is now beginning to teach you, and to teach you against your shaykh. That's not from Sayyidina Muhammad.